Today, the Thompson School District in northern Colorado will vote whether to change the mascots of the Loveland High School Indians and the Bill Reed Middle School Warriors. And a similar debate is going on for the Cheyenne Mountain School District. This is something we've seen happening across the country as well. So this morning, we're going 360 on the issue. Here's Denver 7's Lex Pincus.
The use of Native Americans as mascots have been a topic of conversation across the nation. The Washington Redskins announced over the summer their team will be choosing a new name, and the Cleveland Indians released a statement saying they will also be reviewing its team's nickname. In Colorado, talks over our high school and middle school mascots have been happening for years, but for some schools, it isn't until now that talk is turning into action. This week, the Cheyenne School Board heard from their community.
The mascot perpetuates the idea that all Native Americans are wild, aggressive, violent, and brave. And we're all warriors from the 1800s.
Much of my education after graduating from Cheyenne Mountain High School is what I consider to be my real education, where I worked on undoing racist stereotypes and blind spots that I had grown accustomed to as a student and product of Cheyenne Mountain. I think personally, if it's harmful to even one Native American having a mascot as an Indian, that's reason enough for me to change it.
Meanwhile, tonight at the Thompson School Board meeting, they're expected to officially retire their Native American mascots, but some are wondering if it's all happening too fast.
The initial reaction, I think, was shock, a little bit of anger, disappointment, sadness, frustration. But as I look at it, a lot of that stems from the fact that we didn't really even know that the school board was going to do this.
Steve Clater, a Loveland High School and Bill Reed Middle School alum, wrote an open letter about the emotions he was feeling and how he's working to see the change from a different angle.
I really wrote it, as I said, I wrote that from the heart because I was out visiting my girls at the time when that came out, and they saw my reaction, and they're like, well, it's a mascot, Dad. I'm like, it is a mascot, but you know, we're adults now and we kind of understand what mascots, you know, can mean to different people, whether it's offensive, not offensive. But back then it was a sense of pride in a small town community to play for Loveland High School, home of the Indians.
And though over 6,500 people have signed a petition to remove the Loveland High School mascot, some are questioning the timing and financial toll it may take on the community.
We're in the middle of a pandemic, and this school district doesn't even have enough Chromebooks to give out to all the students. Why do we have to make the change now?
But when it comes down to it, some of the community just wants to be part of the change.
I struggle a little bit with it, but it is what it is. So now it's our opportunity to embrace the change, I guess, and move forward and hopefully pick a mascot that we can be proud of and the students that come after us can be proud of.
Now that that Band-Aid is ripped off, there's a lot of options, but I really don't think now that we're getting rid of the Indians as a mascot, let's not have it be a person. Let's not have it be a place. Maybe we go down the road of an animal like we have in the other two high schools here in town.
I would like something powerful and something like a buffalo bison type thing. That's just my thing because our two other mascots are eagles and lions, and I think we still need to be the most powerful mascot in this community.
Lastly, what I can say is we've always had a saying when we were at Loveland High School, and that was simply be Loveland, be the best.
For Denver 7, I'm Lex Pincus.
And we are already getting so many reactions to this story. Pam Lewis writes, "This is ridiculous. What's next? The Spartans or the leopards because they're on an endangered list?" And Marcelino says it's indicative of people's racist attitudes and the general social acceptance of the dehumanization of people to have mascots named after groups of people and not others. And make sure to keep weighing in. Should schools change their Native American mascots? You can email us your opinion to 360@thedenverchannel.com.